Oh my god, you guys are so cute. You guys are so cute. Good morning or afternoon and happy Thanksgiving. It's the long weekend, Thanksgiving weekend in a pandemic in the year of 2020. So today is about what we're grateful for. So every time that we are shining our hearts forward for this class, I'm going to ask you what you're grateful for. Not every time, but I'll ask it a couple of times throughout the class. What are you grateful for? And just, come to that thing like organically. Just let it flow, what pops into your mind. Don't overthink it. Just go with the flow, because that's what yoga is. It's a flow, so let's flow. Grounding down, both sides of your bum into the mat, into the earth. Long, tall spine, shoulders back and down. Big, deep breath in all the way down to the bottom of your tummy. And all the way out, breathing through your nose. Maybe engaging that ujjayi breath, a little constriction in the back of your throat, a little elongation on the exhale. Almost pushing the air out of your lungs at an even pace, at the same force at the beginning as there is at the end. Give yourself a little scan from head to toe, shoulders, upper back, lower back, hips, knees, ankles, toes. Find the little places inside of you where you're holding on to stress and tension and pain inside your body. And breathe into those areas. Inhale, both arms up into the air, palms facing each other, hold. Let the shoulders drop away from your ears, gazing up at the space in between your hands. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Palms come together, exhale through. Inhale, rise. Exhale through. Inhale, rise. Exhale through. This one's different. Inhale, rise, bringing the right hand to the left knee and the left arm behind you. Twist it open, looking over that left shoulder. Twisting from the core, twisting from the shoulders. And maybe finding a little bit more space on the exhale. Inhale, both arms up into the air. Exhale, bringing the left hand to the right knee, right arm behind you. Twist it out, looking over that right shoulder. Keep the spine long and straight. Maybe finding a little bit of space on the exhale. Inhale, both arms up into the air. Exhale through. And with your hands on your knees, making big circles with your torso. Grounding down, moving from the hips, big exaggerated movements. Switch it up, go the other way. Lifting it through the front, hollowing through the back. Bring it back into neutral. We're coming onto our hands and our knees, into a tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, looking up at the sky, up at the ceiling, pressing your belly button down into the mat. Exhale, tucking your chin, arching your spine, pressing down through your shoulders and the palms of your hands. Inhale, looking up at the sky, up at the ceiling. inhaling, pressing your belly button down into the mat. Exhale, tucking the chin, arching your spine, pressing down through your shoulders and the palms of your hands. Maybe moving your hips from side to side. Coming back into neutral. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, arm bones stacked. Looking over your right shoulder like you had a tail back there. Let your hips fall down to the left. Take a breath, big side bend. Bring it back around into neutral. Other side, looking over the left shoulder. Let those hips fall down to the right. Big side bend. Bring it back around into center. Sitting back on your heels and standing tall on your thighs. Hips over knees. Okay, maybe a blanket or a pillow if your knees bother you, if they're sore. Hands come around the back. Fingertips pointed down, lifting from the chest, little tiny back bend. Don't even think about it so much as a back bend, so much as you're just lifting from the chest, bringing your shoulder blades together behind you. What are you grateful for? Big full breath. On the exhale, coming back down onto your hands and your knees. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. Big full breath. Grounding down through the thumb and the forefinger. Muscles in your neck and your head. Relax. Hips go up into the air. Sending your chest towards your thighs by sending that energy line from your thumb and forefinger up to your shoulders. Does that make sense? Like, pow. Looking up at your hands, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway, long straight spine. Exhale to the floor, moving with your breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it down through center. Okay, we're gonna do a sun salutation. Let's do it. Inhale, rise. Exhale, all the way down to the earth. Inhale, halfway, long straight spine. Exhale, hands flat. Step or jump back into plank. Holding your plank, hips elevated. Elbows in close to your body, lowering all the way down to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, wherever you're at. Take a deep breath, lifting from the chest. What are you grateful for? Take a breath, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. Bending your knees a little bit, opening up those energy channels, waking up the muscles and the joints, looking up at your hands, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway, long straight spine. Exhale, down to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it down through center. All right, let's do big step back with your right foot, turning that right foot out at a 45-degree angle. Kick that right hip out behind you. Left arm in front, right arm behind. Open hips, reaching forward. Reach, reach, reach until you can't reach anymore. Dropping the back of your hand to the inside of your ankle. Right arm goes up into the air, shoulders stacked on top of each other, palms facing away from your body. Maybe gazing up at that hand if that's available to you. Trikonasana. Grounding down through the outside edge of both feet, looking down at your foot, finding your balance. Inhale to rise. rotating that back foot so that all the toes are facing the front of the mat. Take a little hop forward, just a step, decreasing the space in between your feet. It will help us all out. Trust me. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Pyramid, gently pulling your left hip back, allowing your right hip to come forward, keeping those hips closed and squared to the front of your mat. A tiny little movement that you would feel it, I wouldn't even be able to see it. Big, full breaths. Finding space to move into on the exhale. On your next inhale, rising up, fully to stand, and turning towards the long edge of your mat. Take a little, open up your feet a little bit wider. Inhale, arms up, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it on down. This is a great opportunity to use blocks if you have them handy, a blanket or a pillow. I'm just gonna grab my blocks today. I don't usually use them, but why not? With every inhale, rise up a little tiny bit, creating space. On the exhale, allow yourself to move into the space that you are creating. On the inhale, bring it back up. All the way to rise, rotating towards the back of your mat. Right toes pointed forward, left toes pointed forward. Your feet are on a tightrope. No, your feet are on train tracks, not a tightrope. Okay, hip width apart. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Pulling that right hip back. The tiniest, most minute movement, allowing the left hip to come forward. Big full breaths, finding space on the exhale. Let the muscles in your neck and your head relax. Let it go, let it go. Grounding down through all four sides of all 2 feet. On the inhale, rising back up, take your time, rotating the left foot out behind you at a 45-degree angle. Left hip goes out behind you, right arm in front, left arm behind. Open hips, reaching forward, reach as far as you can, dropping the back of your hand to the inside of your ankle. Left arm goes up into the air, both palms facing away from your body. Shoulders stacked on top of each other, gazing up at the elevated hand. Looking down at your foot, finding your balance. Inhale to rise, bring it back up, opening back up to the long edge of your mat. Let's point our toes out, this time at the corners of the mat, with your feet about 1 leg length apart from each other, a little bit more than hip width. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, squat it down. Making any little adjustments in your feet. Keeping the spine long and straight, not tilting forward. Can you bring it down a little bit lower? Breathing deeply into those thighs. Oxygenating the muscles. Hands on your knees, drop the right shoulder down into the center, pushing that right knee away. Twisting open with the left, heart shining forward. What are you grateful for? Let it come. What is it? Don't think too hard about it. What is it? Bring it back around into center. Take a deep breath. Hands on your knees. Other side. Drop the left shoulder down, pushing the left knee away. Twist that right shoulder open. What are you grateful for? Not the same thing, something different. Let it come. Bring it back around into center. Inhale, rise. Bring it back up. Big deep breath. Good. You earned it. Turning back towards the front of your mat. Big step forward. Take a breath. Take a sip of water. All right, inhale, rise. Exhale all the way down to the earth. Palms flat, step it back into that downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Let the muscles in your neck and your head relax. Send those hips up to the sky. Send your hips as high as they will go. Chest towards your thighs. Right foot comes up into the air. Bend that knee. Open that hip up to the side of the room. Big full breath. Can you lift that knee a little bit higher? Swinging it through to the front of your mat, replacing the right hand with the right foot. Drop that left knee down onto the earth. You can use a pillow or a blanket under your knee. Always options. Inhale to rise, bring it up tall. Little tiny back bend. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. What are you grateful for? It's Thanksgiving. On the exhale, bringing your cactus arms out to the side, shoulder blades come together behind us, lifting from the chest. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, open up to the right, twist it out. Right arm to the back, left arm to the front. Big full breath. Inhale, rise, bring it up tall. Exhale, open up to the left. Left arm reaching to the back, right arm reaching to the front. Hips are coming forward and down still. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both hands down on the inside of this right foot. Palms flat, fingers spread out wide. Arm bones stacked on top of each other. Hips are still coming forward and down. Let the pose do the work for you, just for a breath. We're going to keep the left hand flat, twisted open with the right. Shoulders stacked on top of each other. Don't lose that bend in your front knee. Palm facing away from your body. Big full breath. On the exhale, bring it back down to the earth. Let's straighten out this front leg, leaning back on your heel behind you. Straighten out this front leg. Peel those toes up off the ground. Grounding down through your heel. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Pulling the right hip back, allowing the left hip to come forward. Always finding space on the exhale. Explore your breath. See where it takes you. On the inhale, bending that knee, coming back straight on your mat. Tucking your toes behind you, lifting your hips, stepping back into downward facing dog. Take a moment, take a breath. We're gonna lift up the left leg up into the air, bend that knee, open that hip up to the side of the room. Breathe. Lift that knee a little bit higher, elevate that knee, swinging it through, replacing the left hand with your left foot. right knee goes down onto the earth. Inhale, rise. Shoulders drop away from your ears, little tiny back bend. What are you grateful for? Bringing the cactus arms out to the side, shoulders behind us, shoulder blades coming together, lifting from the chest, big full breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open up to the right. Right arm reaching to the back, left arm reaching to the front. Hips are still coming forward and down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open up to the left. Left arm reaching to the back, right arm reaching to the front. Hips are still going forward and down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, both hands down on the inside of the left foot. Take a moment, let the pose do the work. Arm bones stacked. Hips coming forward and down. Breathe. This time we're going to keep the right hand flat, twist it open with the left, shoulders stacked on top of each other, palm facing away from your body. Big full breath. On the exhale, bring it back down to the earth, straightening out that left leg in front of you, sitting back on your heel behind you. Pull the toes up, ground down through the heel. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Pulling that left hip back, allowing the right hip to move forward. Finding space on the exhale. On the inhale, bring it back up, bending that knee, palms flat on the earth, tucking your toes behind you, lifting your hips, step it on back, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Looking up at your hands, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway, long straight spine. Exhale, down to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down through center. Okay, picking up the toes, spread them out, plant them down. Knees over ankles, hips over knees, pelvis tilted forward, long straight spine, shoulders back and down. Grounding down through your whole entire foot. Your toes, your toe mounds, your arches, your outside edge, your inside edge. Breathe. Sending your awareness down into that right foot. Pick it up, resting it against your left ankle. Yogi's choice. You can pick it up to your calf, maybe to your thigh. And as always, option for a half lotus. Grounding down through that left foot. Using your arms in any manner at all that helps you feel more steady and secure. Find your drishti, find your stillness. Without dropping that foot, pick it up, give it a little hug into your body. Rotate that ankle, wiggle those toes. Woo. Holding it out in front of you, grounding down through that heel, pulling those toes in towards your face. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Without dropping it, let's kick it out behind us. Warrior 3. Woo. Pushing the heel away from your body without dropping that foot. One more time, bring it out in front of us. Push it out, pushing the heel away from you. And last time, kicking it back out behind you. Sending the heel away from your body, hands find the earth, tripod. That was a tricky one. Lift that lifted leg up, 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 up. Dropping all 2 feet, all 2 hands, everything is down on the floor, hanging out upside down. Let the muscles in your neck and your head relax. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Maybe grabbing on elbow to elbow. Let your body fold, let it hang. Let your knees bend if they want to bend. Let gravity pull your shoulders. Pull your elbows down. Pull the crown of your head towards the floor. Releasing the hands if your elbows are folded. Inhale halfway, long straight spine. Exhale to the earth, moving with your breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it down through center. Other side. Okay, pick up the toes, spread them out, plant them down. Knees over ankles, hips over knees, pelvis tilted forward, long straight spine, shoulders back and down, big full breath. Setting your awareness down into that left foot, pick it up, resting it against your right ankle. Yogi's choice. Picking it up to your calf, maybe to your thigh, option for a half lotus. Using your arms in any manner at all that helps you feel more steady and secure. Without dropping that foot, pick it up, give it a little hug into your body, rotate that ankle, wiggle those toes, holding it out in front of you, grounding down through the heel, pulling the toes in towards your face. Lift it up, and swinging it out behind you without dropping it. Send that heel away from your body. Woo. Using your arms in any manner at all that helps you feel more steady and secure. Swing it out in front one more time, grounding down through that heel. It's harder on one side, probably. And swinging it out behind one more time, pushing that heel away from your body. Hands find the earth, all the hands, all the feet. Lift that lifted leg up into the air, lift it, dropping it back and down onto the earth. Inhale halfway, long straight spine. Exhale all the way down. Palms flat, stepping back into downward facing dog. Take one full breath, and we're gonna have a little hop into squat. Toes pointed out at the corners. Make any little adjustments in your feet. If this is awful for your knees or your hips, you can drop right down onto your bum and sit in a cross-legged position, or you can use your blocks and just give yourself a little bit of support, you know? Just right underneath the booty there. Sit right on it. You bets. You can use your elbows to kind of push your knees out to the side with your palms in prayer condition position. Long, tall spine, shoulders back and down. On your next exhale, let the booty drop on down to the mat. Bringing the feet together in front of us, soul to soul. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. toes a little wiggle. Take a sip of water, stay hydrated. On the inhale, bring it back up, tall and strong, extending the right leg out, left leg, it comes in close. Turning your torso towards this foot, inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold, chest to toes. Finding space on those exhales. Just checking in with your shoulders here, the left and the right. The left should be in balance with the right, straight across. Make sure it's not lifting up. Keep it down. On the inhale, bring it back up. Left hand comes beside the left hip, fingertips pointed away from your body. Right arm comes up and over. Option to roll over that left knee, grounding down through the right foot, lifting from the hips. Lift them as high as you can. Making a long line from your toes to your fingertips. What are you grateful for? Something different. What is it? What comes into your mind? Bring the booty back down to the earth. Switching sides, left leg comes out, right leg comes in. Turning your torso towards this foot like it's a bullseye. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching for your shin, your foot, your toes, whatever you got. And just checking in with your shoulders, making sure that right shoulder is not creeping up towards the ceiling. Keep them even across. Finding space on the exhale. Inhale, bring it back up. Right hand comes beside the right hip, fingertips pointed away from your body. Left arm comes up and over. Option to roll over that right knee, grounding down through your left foot. Fingertips come up into the air, lift those hips. Long, tall line from your toes to your fingertips. Drop the booty down onto the earth. Crossing the legs in front of you. Grounding down, both sides of your bum, flat on the mat, shoulders back and down, long, tall spine, dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Let the left side of your neck open up. Let gravity drop this left shoulder down away from your ear. Breathe into it. Just allow it to gently open up. Now adding the weight, picking up this right hand, resting it on your head. Maybe experimenting a little bit with the angle of your chin. And if you find a little knot, a little spot, you find some stuff in there, give it a little bit of love. We all carry our stuff differently. Be nice to yours. Let's let that go. Give your shoulders a little roll back and down. Big full breath, reset. And dropping the left ear to the left shoulder. Let the right side of your neck and shoulder open up. Let the right shoulder drop away from your ear. Big full breath. Chin around, finding those little spots. And picking up your left hand, adding that little bit of weight as you explore all the tiny little movements and how different they feel on the inhales and the exhales. And gently release, let it all go. Shoulders back and down, big full breath, reset, we're not done yet. Let's look over the left shoulder. Take a big full breath, and on the exhale, tucking your chin, rolling your neck down across your chest. Let your shoulders drop dramatically away from your ears, like you're pulling them down away from your ears. Coming up the other side. Relax, let it go, take a deep breath. Other side. On the exhale, tucking your chin, rolling your neck down across your chest. Let your shoulders drop, pull them down. Coming up the other side, looking over that left shoulder, take a deep breath. Reset, bring it back into center. Inhale, both arms up into the air, palms facing each other, shoulders drop away from your ears, gazing up at that space in between your hands. One last time, what are you grateful for? It's Thanksgiving 2020. It's a weird year. What are you grateful for this year, this month, this week, today? On the exhale, bring it on through center, hands on your knees. I want to thank each and every one of you beautiful people for coming out to the KellieBom Yoga YouTube channel. Thank you for inviting me into your living room, and thank you for joining me in mine. At the end of class, we find ourselves back where we started, right at the beginning. One more year, one more evolution around the sun. Namaste, you guys.